Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Sega Pod Shed. Nope. Backing it up.
One day we will get our title right, listeners.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Sega Addicts After Hours podcast. I'm the site's reviews editor, ScottyMo, and with me today is Brett Hatfield.
I didn't know I was on a pod shit, but...
Did I say pod shit?
Yeah, you said,
Whatever.
You said welcome to the Sega pod shit.
That's how it goes. But, yeah, Brett's the owner of the site, and also with us is the features editor, Stevie Grant.
Like a bat on the hill, I'll be gone when the morning comes.
No.
When the rain is over, like a bat on the hill, I'll be gone.
You're going to bed without dinner.
I won't do the full thing.
You're going to get the hook.
I won't do the full thing like I did last week with Paradise.
Oh, man. And, he'll be joining us later. Alex D'Elia will be with us later on. But so we'll just jump into it. Brett, what have you been playing lately?
I actually did play a lot just to have more to talk about this time around.
Cool.
Aside from my usual mix of Gran Turismo and BlazBlue, I've been getting a lot of free stuff from PlayStation Plus this week.
Yeah, they had a sale recently, I think.
I finally got around to giving Binary Domain a try, and it's well made. I think it looks good and it's well made and everything, but I couldn't get into it at all. And I think that's just where I'm kind of my love for shooters in general, not just first person but third person too, is kind of dwindling.
Yeah.
So I just kind of gave up on it because I wasn't having much fun, but it's not that it wasn't well made or anything, it just wasn't for me. And then they have DMC, the Devil May Cry reboot, on for free this week as well, or this month. And
On PSN or?
Yeah, on PS Plus.
I thought you were going to say
do you have a PS3? You have a PS3, don't
I
you?
do not have a PS3.
Oh, okay.
No, you got 360, I think.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth getting for PS Plus, but PS Plus is amazing.
Yeah.
I had it on Vita, and I got a couple of really good.
Right.
Rayman Origins was on that at one point, so I got
Yep.
that on Vita.
Right. But the game itself, the story and presentation, how the characters have been rebooted is just so bad. It's so cringy and so cringeworthy and all this stuff.
Oh, Devil May Cry. I thought you were talking about Binary Domain.
Oh, no, Devil May Cry.
Oh, that's a complete opposite to what one of our former writers has been saying. Josh Newey has been loving that game on Twitter, loving the setting, and I think he really likes the color palette as well.
I think, graphically it looks good. It's just, the characters and the story is just so bad when you're coming from the original Devil May Cry, when it was a lot more laid back and not as broed up, I guess you could say.
Well, it's a completely different team behind this one, I think.
Yeah, Ninja Theory.
I think than all of the other games, basically.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And they've turned Dante into a total scumbag compared to how smooth he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But, as far as playing it goes, it plays great. The actual combat and everything, and the different how smooth everything is, switching between demon powers and angel powers and all that. It plays great. It's just a pain in the ass to watch. It's
In terms of plot, I've heard that it's a really, really obvious criticism of stuff like Fox News. Is that true?
Yeah, they're one of the main villains is a Bill O'Reilly takeoff.
What?
Yeah.
Does anyone in games care about him? Think about that for a second. You know what I mean? I mean, people probably care about him, but why would that be something you put in a video game?
I guess just to be edgy and cool or something. I don't know.
I guess. Look at us, we're topical.
Yeah, but
we're topical, talking about Bill O'Reilly, the most topical person of the moment.
I'm just saying it's more topical than most games would try to be. Nowadays.
And from what I understand, I haven't gotten to this part yet, but apparently part of the plot they kind of ripped wholesale from Futurama, the Slurm Queen or something like that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Black Space or something.
No. They ripped the Slurm Queen right from Futurama and made it a serious villain in this. And it's So the story kind of sucks. There's some funny moments, but it's very cringeworthy. But actually playing it's pretty fun. So I don't think it's better than Revengeance, not by a long shot. Between those two, where they came out at the same time, same genre, Rising is a lot better than Devil May Cry.
God, yeah, well, I haven't played DMC, but Rising was so fucking good.
Yeah, Rising is like the perfect hack and slash game, in my opinion. It is.
I wouldn't even say it's a hack and slash, because when you think of hack and slash, you think of stuff like God of War, where it's
just more attack.
It's it's more about combos, and it's not really about precision as much as it is about combo memorization. But you could just press the A button throughout the whole game and win something like God of War. I'm not saying God of War isn't well designed, but what I'm saying is Revengeance is about precision.
Is more strategic and like all that stuff, and that's why it's so much better.
I wouldn't even say strategic. It's just a lot about pinpoint accuracy, and which I haven't seen in an action game, and you wouldn't think that would work well in an action game. But the way they do it and the cutting mechanic is so unique and awesome. And ripping someone's like spine out and squishing it feels so satisfying.
It's so viscerally satisfying. I love it so much. It's so much better. But as far as like DMC goes, like if it didn't have the Devil May Cry name attached to it, and it didn't have like the character names and all that, if it was just its own little doohickey, it would be. I think it'd be a little bit better received. I think it would still be very cringy for how the characters are written and acted. But
I think the same can almost be said. So my gosh, I think the same can also be said for Revengeance, because a lot of people immediately disowned that. Just because it had Metal Gear in the title, but after playing it and realizing I'm not hiding behind a crate for 9 hours, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a thing. Like Revengeance kind of spoiled me, and like this goes back to what I was talking about with Binary Domain, where I've kind of soured on shooters.
Oh yeah, completely.
Like,
I mean, I
love Metal Gear. I think it's a fantastically made series. But when it comes to games I'm looking forward to in the next couple years, I am way more hyped for a potential Revengeance 2 than I am for Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't really care about MGS 5 anymore.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Like, I never really cared for Big Boss as a character anyway. I mean, he was alright. But playing as him again is kind of bland to me. And then, like...
It was bland to, oh gosh, I can't remember the creator's name now. It's not Shinji Mikami. Yeah, Hideo Kojima. It was bland to Kojima after the second game.
You racist.
No, him and Shinji Mikami, I always get them mixed up because I always end up talking about Metal Gear when I'm talking about Resident Evil. I don't know why, but yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I'm not
racist, Stevie. Sorry, Brett.
No, you totally are. Well, what's that hood you've got there? That white hood.
Oh no.
Oh, it's right there. Oh,
what are you talking
sorry,
about?
if you're not seeing this, viewers, he must have CGI'd it out.
What are you?
He is a master of...
Yeah, you can see it, Brett, can't you?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so if you can't see a giant white Ku Klux Klan hood in the background of Scotty's visuals, then that means he's painstakingly edited it out.
I'm just gonna...
So done with us.
I'm just gonna, like...
Oh, no.
There, just keep talking.
No.
He's done it again. He's CGI'd it. And don't forget,
it's a green screen.
Don't forget, /viewers, he's showed us his special effects wizardry before in episode 1.
Yes.
We know he's capable.
And episode 2. Remember that highly realistic cake?
Yep.
Oh, wait, that was a little too big.
Oh, no. He's been eaten by a giant smiley.
We know what Scotty is capable of and the things he will do to not seem racist.
Oh, God.
But I actually heard that they were doing a Revenge.
That's me now, assholes.
Yeah, like I'd gotten that. I think I talked about this either on episode 1 or episode 2. They had sent out a survey, like a little bit after Revengeance dropped, asking what you would want in a sequel and stuff like that, which I said more characters like Jetstream Sam. But
was that before or after they completely canceled it?
That was let me see.
Because I remember
this was like last year.
Oh.
This is like right after they.
Oh, you mean for a sequel? I'm sorry, I misheard.
Yeah. This was like right after they dropped Revengeance, like a couple months after they sent.
See, when you said dropped, I thought you meant they dropped the project.
Oh, no,
that did happen, and they didn't tell anybody. And then they're like, "Oh, hey, Platinum, what's going on?"
No. It's So I'm hoping that actually comes to fruition because when it comes to Metal Gear, I don't care about Snake anymore. I just want more riding.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to get me lynched or something. But
Oh, who cares? Whatever.
I have never played a Metal Gear game apart from Revengeance, so I'm probably not a good person to say anything on the series. But apparently people really dig that series for the plot.
Mm-hmm.
So I might try and find a way to give it a go.
Yeah.
The first one I know has not aged that well, so it might be a little tough to get through that one.
I tried playing it again in like 2008 when I was getting psyched up for MGS4, and I was like, this is fucking terrible.
Also, what really gets me, and I'm not the kind of person to go, oh, I hate cutscenes, because I do like cutscenes, and I think they are important. Yeah. I think you can make a really good game with cutscenes, but doesn't MGS4 have like hours-long cutscenes?
The very first cutscene, I think, is a good 20 minutes.
Yeah,
but not even 20 minutes, hours long.
Yeah, there are. I don't know about that.
There was like a 90-minute cutscene. No, there's not. Like, Act 3 does have like long cutscenes and stuff like that, but they don't even get close to that 90-minute total that somebody put out. Like, it is long, and like that entire act's kind of a piece of shit.
That probably was an exaggeration, but they might have also said that, like, in the third act, there is 90 minutes worth of cutscenes or something.
Yeah, I think that's more what they meant. And, like, the third act of the game, I don't want to spoil too much for Stevie,
Alex.
The first... Oh, hey, Alex. What's up?
What up?
We're talking about Metal Gear Solid for some reason. I don't even know how we got to this.
But the reason why I'm a bit scared... a bit wary of going into Metal Gear Solid, even though I really do want to, is that at some point you have to think, well, this is a video game, I do want some interactive elements.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Act 3, is like that first part of the act is really terrible. It's just really, really bad, because it's all like really badly done sneaking and then cutscenes. And then you get to the second half of Act 3, which is like this awesome motorcycle chase and a really good boss fight, and it's like, this is what I wanted! This is what I wanted from this act, not a bunch of bad melodrama or anything like that. I just wanted some really bitchin' car chases for once in the series.
Wait, you're playing Metal Gear hoping for car chases. I think you might be playing
have
the wrong host there, yeah.
But yeah, I played like a lot of like DMC and all that. It's alright.
That's how we started talking about.
Yeah, we started playing.
You said you're playing Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I got Eco from PS Plus as well, which.
Oh, nice. I still have not really sat down with that game for as long as I should.
It's alright. It's well done, but I'm just not feeling like drawn into it really. Like, but it's really well made and everything. It's fun, but it's not really sucking me in as well as I hoped it would.
Well, that's another thing that, or that's another game that, I mean, it's a giant escort mission, and while it's still actually better than some games that have just portions of escort missions, it's another one that probably hasn't aged that well. But it's still a really beautiful game.
It looks like really gorgeous. And what did you do?
Wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Whoa!
He felt left out because no glasses. So
everyone has glasses apart from me.
And now he's
I think ScottyMo got silered and he stole his power.
The glasses race.
Yeah.
Has the glasses race has taken over.
Yeah. Wait, Alex, say something real quick because I was hearing like a lot of echo from you for a second.
Hello. I'm not wearing any pants.
Okay. That was not my question, but do you... No, it just sounded like there was an echo, like I could hear like stuff in the background, so I wasn't sure if you had like your... Are you on a laptop or are you on your tablet again, or...?
I'm on a desktop, but there's probably people doing stuff around the house right now that you might hear.
No, that sounds
can make
better,
cameos. I'm sure they got stuff to say about Sega.
Yeah, what's your wife been playing this week?
She plays Ski Safari Adventure Time all the time.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
iPhone game.
Oh, is that the Mario ripoff?
You have really bad eyesight, Alex. An eye patch and a monocle.
I just can't even decide.
It's your job might get replaced soon, Brett, if he's able to
Oh no.
switch around his prescriptions this easily.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry, listeners. Alex is
I'm very
I wear a lot. I
angry
forgot
right
that we have
now.
people to hear this and not just watch it. Have you played anything else, Brett?
Nah, just basically those. Some
Okay,
of the
cool.
Dark Lord, stuff like that.
Cool. Stevie, what have you been playing?
Nothing, because I've been a very busy boy. But I've managed to... Actually, no, I tell a lie. I managed to slip in about one game of Deepak Fights Robots. I don't know if you've played that.
Like Deepak Chopra?
No. Have you guys played Deepak Fights Robots?
No, I have no idea what that is. What the hell?
Right. You're turning into an anime.
This is what anime does to you. Just embrace it. Just join the light side.
Deepak Fights Robots is an indie game that's based off Bubble Bobble, and it's
really?
Yeah, it's randomly generated as well. So there's a lot of stuff to the levels. There are a lot of collectibles. The thing I like about it is it has like secrets and stuff that only happens at particular times, which I really like, and I think that's kind of gone from games, like just random secrets that you can tell people about. Like almost like a schoolyard thing, like, oh, I saw this really cool thing. And it doesn't happen most of the time, but like it does that randomly. Like you could play a game and there'll be like a 1% chance of a certain event occurring, which is a really cool.
Wait, what's it actually called again?
Deepak Fights Robots.
Okay, I might check
that
out.
The best part of it is there's a free-to-play version.
Is it Deepak like D-PAC or what?
Deepak.
Okay, yeah, I definitely.
Like Chopra.
That's exactly, that's what it is. That's awesome.
There's a Flash version that you can play for free, and it's not like obnoxious. There aren't like huge ads, but there are a couple like on the side. But I recommend buying it because Tom Sinnett is an awesome person, and he makes good games, and it's just a really awesome game. And if you like Bubble Bobble, I think you'll really dig it.
I do. I'm immediately interested just because you said that.
And it's, I think, the first game I've played with an all sitar soundtrack.
Oh my gosh.
And it's really good because they do different styles of music throughout it in sitars, which is great.
That is something.
Brett,
Brett, did you step outside for a second or something?
Yeah.
And also turn into a human chameleon?
Yeah.
What is going on? Listeners, just download the video version of this, or go to YouTube because I can't describe what's happening right now.
I've summoned the Dark Lord Satan.
Yeah, you look like you're in the Mario Brothers movie right now, getting to the other dimension.
Oh Lord, I gotta drop that then.
There we go.
What are you talking about? That was a good movie.
Yeah, as great as Double Dragon.
No, Double Dragon is a horrible movie.
But I have one of the best drinking games ever created for that, though. And this is for the older viewers. Watch the Double Dragon movie from the 90s and drink every time something is on fire in the background. There you go.
Really drunk.
You're gonna kill our listeners. You know that, right?
Will be done not even halfway through, because there's so many hobo barrels and just nonsensical stuff happening in the background all the time.
You're gonna murder our entire listener base. You evil bastard.
Hey, it's, in moderation. I'll murder them in moderation. Anyway, yeah, okay. So, have you played anything else, Stevie?
I managed to play the final level of Rez.
Again? Because you mentioned that last week.
Because I've mentioned it, and I think the reason I do it is just because I find it such a really interesting part of video games. The rest of that game is awesome, but if I had to pick out a standalone moment, it's that, because I don't think I've played a game which has like a really visual, brilliant representation of a existential concept, and I know that makes me sound really pretentious.
Too many big words, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really nice traveling through evolution and the different stages of it, and it's quite a beautiful ending to the game as well.
That's cool. I do need to, since you've mentioned that again, I do need to just sit and play that too.
Yeah.
Neato.
That's all I've been playing.
All right. What about you, Alex? What have you? Oh, how's your ankle doing, by the way?
Oh, it's good. It's all back to normal.
Good.
That's good.
Thank you for asking. I thought it was. I thought it was broken the first day it happened.
Oh,
But I think I'm alright.
That's good. What did you do? Or if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Whatever.
Oh no, it's fine. I work in a warehouse and I jumped off a forklift and landed on my foot wrong.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's horrible. Well, other than that, what have you been playing?
I've been playing RoboCop on iOS.
Nice.
Oh wow.
It's a free to play game, and I usually don't play those games, but this one keeps pulling me back in for some reason.
What kind of game is it?
It's like a cover shooter type game.
Okay.
Go from one post to the next and stuff, and
Kind of like a time crisis or something like that.
sort of, yeah. I mean, it is sort of like a third-person time crisis, and I'm a big RoboCop fan. I don't know much about this new movie that's coming out, but I'll probably check it out. Just
yeah, I
it's,
finally saw a trailer for it for the first time like last week, and it's like, I really have no idea how I feel about this.
It looks really generic.
Would you buy it for $1?
I would buy most things for $1.
I would buy a movie for $1, yeah, because that's a tenth of the normal price.
But this game's free, and it's not bad. It still is just like a total free-to-play game where they'll give you gold and cash and some other currency for this stuff that you buy stuff with, and then you can get a lot of gold by signing up for a credit card or something like that within the app.
That's evil.
Yeah, I know. It is like it's like really gross free-to-play mechanics that it uses. But I've been playing it a lot.
Can't keep up with your face there.
I know, man. I'm too fast.
That's crazy that Google has money to make GIFs that track your face, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I haven't been playing too much. I got Ridiculous Fishing last night, and I played that a little bit.
What do you think of that?
I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it's like Game of the Year type stuff, like a lot of people were saying, but I like it a lot. I think the art style is really nice.
Cool.
I really like seeing people's first reactions when they play that game.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I think it works really. I don't know if it would work on any other kind of platform rather than a phone, because it's vertical, it's tilt based, and
maybe arcades, because there's a Doodle Jump arcade.
Oh my gosh,
really?
there is. We're gonna talk about that when we get to my games of the week or whatever.
Okay.
Oh,
Kind of, but yeah. Have you been playing anything else?
No, that's about it. I mostly play stuff on my phone.
I've gathered that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. So I have sort of played a lot because I went to an arcade last night for my birthday, and it was what are you doing?
An arcade.
You don't say.
Egads, man.
We're all playing around with GIFs again, listeners.
But yeah, I went to with a bunch of my friends. We went to Dave and Buster's, and it's an arcade. For those that don't know, it's an arcade. They have a bar, they have a restaurant, and everything. But there was let's see, what did we start with? Jeez, I don't even remember now. But there was Doodle Jump there. There's a Doodle Jump arcade game, and all it is a giant vertical screen and a joystick that you just move back and forth. Nothing else. There was also a Temple Run game, and they had Infinity Blade was there as well, and Fruit
I was about
Ninja.
to ask if they had that.
Yeah, it boggles my mind that any of those are in an Well, it doesn't boggle my mind that those are in an arcade, but it boggles my mind that I see people playing them.
But it doesn't really make that much sense because people have them on their phones, and their phones would be with them. Why would you need that in an arcade?
I don't know. It's the same reason people buy Angry Birds when it releases on Xbox 360 for 3,000 times the cost.
Yeah, that's
It's an expensive game.
Well, it's like $30 or something.
it's like $29 at work at least, and it's like You can get that shit for free on like Google Play
on
or
your
something.
toilet.
Did I just say
Yeah.
Google Play?
I don't. Whatever.
Oh, Play.
I haven't been able to say half the stuff I've been trying to. So.
That's the Christian version of Google Plus. It's Google Play.
Yeah.
Oh man. But
We're the user group for cannibals.
yeah.
Oh no.
Nice. But what else did I play? House of the Dead 4, which, I love House of the Dead, but the arcade for that, I don't know why they went with. I think it came out around the same time as the Wii because you have a machine gun this time, but there's a lot of times when things attack you and you have to physically shake the gun to get them off of you, and it's the most awkward thing because you're holding an Uzi and you want to like turn it sideways because pointing it like this is like you're trying to. I don't even know what. It's just weird. But what did I played that? There was a 4D game that was it was like I thought it was a haunted house, but it was actually a zombie shooter. But the whole seat would rumble, and they had like air jets, and there wasn't any water, which kind of surprised me because basically anything 4D that's at like Disneyland or whatever sprays water in your face. But I was playing it with two of my friends, and everything that happened they yelled at and screamed at because they were so petrified, and it just made me laugh the entire time I was playing. But it was a lot of fun though. It was really cool.
Imagine being legitimately scared at House of the Dead.
Yeah, well, it wasn't House of the Dead. I can't remember what it was called. It was I think it was a Namco game though.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm afraid to look it up because my internet's been pretty iffy right now. But
Would it be Splatterhouse? Because I know they have the Splatterhouse rights. Namco does.
no. Oh, if there's a Splatterhouse arcade game, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it was an arcade game.
I mean, of the newest
A
one,
new
the like
one.
unnecessarily bloody. Well, they've all been that way, but man, I kind of want to find it. I'm gonna try to look for it real quick and see if I don't destroy my internet. But I'll keep talking. And what else did I play? LA Machine Guns for the first time. That's a Sega game. That is freaking nuts because you're just like flying around on a jetpack, I guess, the whole time, like destroying. You're killing a bunch of scuba divers for whatever reason on like aircraft carriers and whatever. But you're on a platform that's also holding the guns and everything, and you have machine guns, but everything shakes. I don't know if it's supposed to happen or if just the guns vibrate that much that they shake the thing you're standing on, but the whole time it's like you're on some sort of exercise machine because you're just like, kill everything, but it's fun. And I played 4-person air hockey and 4-person Pac-Man and
Oh,
other
that
stuff
game
too.
is so good.
The Pac-Man thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I wish it would come to
Oh,
Ace
here it
Lake.
is.
It's so fun.
I found the one you were talking about. I think it's Dark Escape 4D.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that was intense and amazing. And I was, of course, the douchebag that was like, but the fourth dimension is time. How do they do that? But whatever. So that was fun. And I played... Outside of the arcade, I played more Doki Doki Universe, some more Sonic Transforms, and Super Rub-a-Dub as well. Does anyone know what that is?
I'm afraid to ask.
Is that the duck game?
Yes.
Where you get them all to go into one spot?
Yeah, and you have to avoid the wind-up sharks.
Yep. I played that.
It was like one of the first games on PSN, and all you do is use the 6-axis to move the level around, or move yourself around, or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I have it. I think I was just looking for a game on PSN.
Yeah. It is amazing. It is like $7 now. It used to be 15. I can't imagine it being worth the 15, but it's still fun. I think that's all I played though.
Can I just ask?
Sure.
We were talking about arcades. I just wanted to ask you. It's related to Sega as well, and I don't know if I'll have an opportunity to ask you. Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
I played Super Monkey Ball as well, which I didn't know had an arcade game. It has literally a giant trackball in the middle that is like the size of those. You see those things at Spencer gift stores that has a lightning rod in the middle and just shoots out the electricity, and wherever you touch, your fingers.
My riding sword's
get
like
shocked.
that, actually. My riding.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But it was about that size, like it, and you just go nuts, try to collect them bananas. But yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you can find a fun picture of that and some Vine videos of me running around being an idiot. But what was your question, Stevie?
Have you played the Sega Arcade Rambo game?
That was there, and I didn't get a chance to play because there was never someone not at it.
Dude, wait in line or something at it because it's amazing. It's one of the most fun arcade experiences, and if you want to be super cool like me, pay for both guns and just do that because it's amazingly cool.
Yeah, that's sweet. If I ever play Virtua Cop now, because I've played that game so much, I play it with both the guns for the Saturn. It's so much fun.
Going back to Metal Gear, you guys were talking about. Wasn't there a Metal Gear arcade that was similar to this Rambo?
Really? I don't know. Was there?
Huh. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was like a 3D arcade game that had
Metal Gear
machine game.
Yeah, I think we're both looking it up at the same time, though.
You go for it, Brett, because my internet's a piece of poo.
Yeah, here it is, actually. Metal Gear Arcade is an arcade game developed by Kojima Productions. That's cool. I didn't know about that. It did not get released outside of Japan, though.
Oh, there you go.
We're talking about unnecessary arcade games. Have you played the Silent Hill arcade game?
No.
What?
It's a shooter, and it completely goes against everything that Silent Hill is about.
I was gonna say, there's barely guns in those games. Yeah.
Yeah, I've played it. It's not good.
Okay. That's funny. Cool. So that's what we've been playing. Now we'll jump into the news. Transition music. Okay.
That's a transition during that.
Thank you. Be here all night. Alex, did you want to, before we get into the news, did you want to give your 2 cents on the Alien Isolation hoopla that went on?
I think it looks like a good game, but I can understand if people are not trustworthy of it anymore.
And instead waiting to jump into the ocean like you there?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
Works here.
I think that was pretty much all of our opinion.
Yeah, so you guys talked about it last week, right?
Yeah, we just went. I went into good length about it because I was super excited, and I'm a big fan. The general consensus was we hope that they stick to their guns and don't pansy out and just keep one alien as the main enemy and not add Marines in it. Don't try to make it a shooter, you know. So
it's supposed to be based on Alien more than Aliens, and I mean Aliens is a brilliant movie. I love it, but I just love the horror aspect of the first so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering. I hope it's going to be good. I just wonder how they're going to structure it. Is it going to be like a stealth type thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that it might be. Have you played any of the Clock Tower games at all?
Yeah, I have.
And have you played or heard of Haunting Ground?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, it was a game made by Capcom, but it was essentially a Clock Tower game, but they just gave it to Capcom and they like repainted it and they're like, here, do whatever you want to with this. So, but you play as a girl that's trapped in a castle for whatever reason, and she gets a gun at one point. It's a 6-shooter, but she doesn't really use it so much as setting traps for this one giant ogre type enemy that's always hunting you. And you have a dog with you as well that you can use for like distractions. But in the game, if you like retreat to a room and hide in a closet and he finds you in there, he'll remember that spot so you can't really hide there again. Or if you like go under a bed, he'll look under there first next time or something like that. So if it's done like that, I could see it being cool. Not so much that you're weaponless, but that you have to really think about what you're doing with each room you go into, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping they do something like that. I just wonder if it's going to be like a series of levels where you're almost going to get the alien at the end of each one, and then it's going to get away, or you.
Yeah, like, I could see it turning super repetitive like that.
Yeah,
that's my only concern.
But I mean, Aliens is a repetitive mechanic on its own, where you're just shooting hordes and hordes of things. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if they've ever made an Alien game that's like this.
I don't think so. I think the only one that's been made like that is Dead Space.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead Space.
I mean, everything borrows from it heavily.
Yeah,
but you know that kind of sucks because so many things that'll borrow from something will do it better than the actual licensed property, and then but everybody wants the licensed property to be so good.
almost every sci-fi anything that comes out now borrows something from that series at this point.
Yeah.
But so it's gotten to the point that like but that's why Colonial Marines failed so much, because they had so much to stand up to that other people had set their standards basing themselves off of that. So you know what I mean? Well, no, I'm just saying that was one of the factors, but.
Did you know that the original Alien is a reworking of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that's what they were all going for?
I did hear that once.
No, it's I thought I don't want to discredit, but I thought it was The Thing from Another World.
I mean, that kind of has some elements from it. That was like the first isolation horror movie, I guess you could say. It was remade into The Thing and other things like that.
I kind of get that, because they both surprisingly lack violence, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both violent movies, but in terms of gore, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a pinprick of blood, maybe.
Yeah, it's got nothing, but I still think it's like I
Yeah.
still think it's one of the scariest movies ever made.
Oh,
Mostly because of the soundtrack with the pots and pans being banged together.
That's what I was saying with, we mentioned the Alien trilogy last week, and I said, like, what holds up so well in that game is the soundtrack, because there's so little going on, audibly anyway, besides a little bleeps and bloops and, like, faint pings and things like that. So that I was saying, like, if you hear a door open that you didn't open, you're like, oh my gosh, what the hell is going on? What is coming my way, you know?
Right.
So if they can do that and just, you know, like Alfred Hitchcock, he would let the audience, their imagination run wild and not show you half the stuff that he wants to scare you. If they can do something along those lines and just leave it up to our imagination, then it could be really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Who's the company that's making it? Don't they not have really a lot of experience with this kind of a game?
Yeah, Creative Assembly.
Ooh.
So I don't.
I don't know if they have a lot of experience, but I trust them. I think that's one of the consistent. Fuck, I can't talk tonight. Consensuses we reached last week is that we have more faith in Creative Assembly than we did Gearbox. Really.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Gearbox is really shitting everybody's cereal on multiple occasions, it seems like.
Yeah. I'm tired of them, and I'm tired of Borderlands 2 doing well.
I could have got Borderlands 2 for like $10 back on Black Friday, but I was like, you know what? Fuck them. After what they pulled, fuck them. I ain't giving them my money.
Yeah.
But you won't get to see loads of funny memes.
Oh no.
And references out the butt.
Deary me.
Cool. So that's Alien Isolation. We'll probably keep talking about it. It's not like there's gonna, it's not gonna be an ongoing story or anything. But yeah, we'll jump into the news now. We won't go over this that much, but one of the things was a Sega console-based goddesses. Sega Hard Girls is what the novels are called. Horrible name. At least maybe bad translation or something. But it is just these characters that we reported on a while ago. They're girls that are modeled after the Sega consoles, and they're making not an anime, but an actual set of novels for it and stuff like that. But they were extra characters in Samurai and Dragons, a mobile game that Sega put out. But it just amazes me that stuff like this exists over there, and I'm clearly in the wrong country, because as weird as it is, I want these.
Isn't Hyperdimension Neptunia like that?
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's more of like a satire kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like it's more of a satire with like thinly veiled references.
Yeah,
like,
you have to know. Like, if you don't know that that's what they're talking about in it, then it doesn't come off as that immediately.
Yeah, like the whole R4 thing. Like to us, we know what an R4 card is. We know like, oh, that's a big piracy dealie. But like to the general public, you really have to look into it. This seems like it's a bit more explicit and like straightforward with its references than Neptunia is.
The designs on the characters are great, though. Like, the Sega Saturn girl has hair that mimics Knight's gesture hat, and the Dreamcast chick is dressed in orange, has pink hair like Ooh La La, but her hair is like in swirly pigtail kind of deals, like the symbol. I love the Game Gear girl, because she is wearing a giant backpack, and to me that's like, oh, she's probably carrying her batteries in that.
Yeah.
And should only last for about 10 minutes.
Thank you. Yes, there's more to come. But
We're here all week trying to
Take a bow.
I might I can't really. I'll smash my head off my desk. But yeah, so that happened. And there. What's worth mentioning is the girls are all designed by. Is it pronounced Key or Kai? The company or the artists that do the oh my gosh, Hatsune Miku character designs, all the Vocaloids. So they're like uber extra disgustingly adorable. But yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to this, aside from the horribly shitty name. So
yeah. Yeah, I wish there was. If I can find them some way, I might see a way for us to maybe review the books or something. I don't know, but that would be cool. But yeah,
I usually keep my ear to the streets about like novel translations and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I find any, I'll keep y'all posted.
Cool. Stevie or Alex, do you guys care about that at all? I think Brett and I are more of the anime dudes on this.
Yeah. Everybody watch Kill la Kill. Yes? No? Maybe?
I don't know much about anime other than films and stuff. I've never really watched any of the TV shows except for Cowboy Bebop and other stuff by Watanabe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into... I've only seen a few. I like the animes that I like. I just haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen... actually, there is something I will talk about later when we talk about movies that references anime, so I think I've seen a lot more than I think I have. But in terms of like anime series, I've only seen Gurren Lagann all the way through. I've seen more anime movies than I have series.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to... I can totally understand that because they actually have consistent plots, so if you watch an anime show, you have to watch it all the way through in like a sitting at this point.
Yeah, at this point, like, I hate to get us off on a tangent, but like, there's a lot of series like that are really good. Like Gintama, I've heard is good. One Piece, I've heard is really good. Stuff like that. But it's like
I watched a little bit.
One Piece has like 300 episodes or something.
No, it's more than that. It's like 600 at this point.
Oh, screw
and they're
that.
only halfway through, apparently.
Forget that. I can't do that.
Man. Yeah, I'm not gonna do like a 600 episode thing. Like, if something's got like 12 episodes or like 26, something like that. Like, Bakemonogatari has that. Kill la Kill has like 24.
This needs more. This needs more
No,
episodes now.
no.
I don't normally buy magazines, listeners, but I just held up Otaku USA.
USA.
Whatever, because it has Attack on Titan on the cover and Cowboy Bebop that I just
Do not ask me
rewatched.
how I feel about Attack on Titan.
I didn't.
Yeah, please don't. You'll get very angry with me.
All right, we're okay. I didn't think we'd talk about these girls that long, but yeah. So moving on. There's some more news about Yakuza Ishin. Is that how you say that? Ishin?
Mm-hmm.
The one that takes place in feudal Japan. It's gonna look amazing on PS4. And that's really the most that they've said. And they did also talk about some other things that you can do in it, like fishing, and there's of course brothels, and we by the time this goes up, we'll have the news article on the site. But there's a 15-minute video with some of the creators of the game, which is kind of a super awkward video because they're like talking to two of the models that are in. They use models from real life.
For like the host clubs
for the host clubs and things like that. So that's cool, but maybe it's because I don't understand the language and I can't understand anything they're talking about, but it just seems super awkward to me to have two guys standing there with models talking about a video game that they're in. But I don't know.
This is what happens.
But it's cool how much info they're releasing about the game, and it's just too bad we're probably never going to see it over here. So, but yeah, did you guys happen to see that interview yet or anything?
Like my sign says, you guys probably can't see it.
Nope.
Free Akiyama. Free Akiyama.
What is that?
Shun Akiyama is a character in Yakuza 5 that I'm a huge fan of, and he needs to be freed. He needs to be brought over here so we can experience his greatness.
Start a Kickstarter to get his green card.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, Yakuza. And then also we posted that Summer of Sonic actually made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. So, Stevie, did you want to talk about that since you wrote that article?
Yeah, I've been to Summer of Sonic before. My experience, well, I don't know. It may be better when I go if I go again. My experience wasn't that good, but it's only my experience. I could tell the event itself was brilliantly organized, apart from the lines, and
how long ago? Which year did you go?
2011, so it's far away now.
Yeah,
I could tell the event was definitely well organized. And they had a lot of people. They had Yuji Naka there. They had a lot of cool things. Yeah, I met him.
That's awesome.
I had like Bentley Jones there like every year.
There was a super long line to meet him, and we couldn't be bothered to go. But a friend of mine wanted to go out for a cigarette, so he did, and then we met Yuji Naka.
Nice.
So, smoking may kill, but it will get you to meet game developers.
Awesome.
Wasn't Jun Sanoi there that year as well?
I think he's been there a couple times.
He's been there a lot, and they have like all the bands that are there, the Crush 40 and stuff like that.
I know.
So it's cool.
Bentley Jones has been there like every year since the first one.
Yeah, and he's always good. Yeah, so they do a lot of cool stuff. It's a really impressive event overall.
Yeah, there was a documentary recently put out. They did a good job of documenting it, but it looks like so much fun. I think it's only 1 day long right now. Is that right? Just a one-day convention?
It's only 1 day long.
But yeah, it looks like so much fun. There's no way I could ever afford a trip to the UK anytime soon, but if I could, I'd go to that in a heartbeat.
If you could, I would go to you, and we would be besties on that day.
Free room and board.
Yeah. I do. It's very impressive they got the world record, but I thought this is an opportunity to tell a funny story I had about Summer of Sonic. It actually spawned a couple of stories, but one of my favorites is we're in a line for about 5 hours because if you didn't reserve your place, you were hopeless at getting in without having to wait a long time. But I wanted to do it for Sega Addicts, so I stood in the line. But there was a guy in front of us with his son, and it was clear that the son was clearly dragging the father to this, and he did not want to be there.
Right, yeah.
At all. And he was trying to get the son to quiet down, like, please be quiet, just it's a long line, just give me some peace. And one of the funniest things is he just suddenly said, he was like quiet for 5 minutes, and then he suddenly just blurted out, I like the Green Hill music, and then he just started singing it. He just started like shouting it really loudly, and you could see the father was just going, "Oh my fucking god!" Everybody else, and I was behind him, and I was struggling not to laugh because it was amazing.
I can totally picture that. Some kid just like you can see him visually ready to burst, and he's just like, "I like the Green Hill music," and he's like waving his arms around or something.
And it was even better because they found out that they actually had reserved a place and they were waiting in 3 hours in a line for nothing.
What?
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd hate. Oh man.
Yeah. My experience wasn't that good because it was hot and sweaty and there was a long line. But a lot of people did. Yeah, a lot of people dig Summer of Sonic, and I would probably go again.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, I really wish I could go to that. I think. I mean, maybe it's just how the documentary painted it, but I could totally see that thing turning into a weekend endeavor because it looks like so much more goes on that you should try to fit into just 1 day of a convention hall.
That would help with the crowds as well because...
Yeah, exactly. Like you were saying, you had a... Was that a line to get in if you hadn't bought a ticket ahead of time, Stevie?
If you just showed up on the day.
That was a problem with Smash, the con I went to in Sydney, was... It was so packed because it was only a 1 day thing, and just everybody was like rushing in to get their stuff and everything, and it just filled up the place, and they couldn't do a damn thing to control the crowd or anything. It was really bad, but they're expanding to a full weekend next year because of that, in response to people complaining about that. So hopefully they could do that with Summer of Sonic at this point. They've got the funding, they got the backing at this point.
Although I will say, Scotty, if you would come to the UK, I would have other things planned around that. I wouldn't go to the UK, spend all that money just for Summer of Sonic.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not that worth it.
No, I totally hear you. That's how I felt with when I went to PAX Prime the one year I did over in Seattle. It's like I'm on the opposite. This is the furthest I've been from my home in the U.S., and I'm here just to play and watch video games. I should have planned a longer trip around this, but yeah. So that's cool though. That's But the other thing, kind of tying into Sonic was I just posted today, so if you guys didn't see it, I understand. But a drummer named Steven oh gosh, what was his name now? I'll just call him Steven. He played along to the Sonic 1 soundtrack, like doing his own drum tribute, just playing drums for a bunch of the songs. It was really cool though, well put together. So check that out if you haven't yet, kids. Makes me kind of want to sit down and do that.
You do drums. Do you have any like opinions on it or? Like professionally, drummer-wise.
I really liked all the parts that he added because he didn't play just straight beats to the song. So it's kind of like he did drum covers of the songs because he was just playing along to the tracks, but it was still his own thing. So and he's wearing red All-Stars or Converse shoes and all blue. So
that's cool.
Yeah, the wardrobe was well chosen as well. But yeah, he's pretty tight overall. There's no mix-ups, and the camera and the shooting's well done too, the filming and everything. So
I check that out because I love that kind of stuff, like the drum cover stuff.
Yeah, it's really fun. But yeah, Alex, did you happen to see that? I just posted it today, but it was a video of that drummer playing along to the Sonic music.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I literally.
An article I put up?
No, I put it up maybe 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Because it just got forwarded to me, so I was like, I gotta throw this up right now. But yeah, the drummer plays along to a bunch of music from the first Sonic game, like kind of doing covers because he's not just playing the straight beats. But it's pretty neat. But everyone should check
you guys ever watch what the hell's that guy's name? It's like Scoot Magoot or whatever.
No, what is that?
That does the acapellas for all the videos.
With his cat or whatever, the dude with the long hair.
What's his name?
I can't remember. It is something goofy though.
There was an article
like the
I
split
put
up. You mean the guy that like splits up the screen like 9 times with the different?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I think
What was
that's
that guy's name?
I can't. Remember.
There was an article. I don't know if we ended up posting it, but I put one up that was about this guy who remastered a synthesizer to use a bunch of Sega Master System sound effects with it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's ridiculous what people do now. Like my shirt, chip tunes, all that stuff is insane. Yeah, but and then also going on in the news, Rio, wow, from Shenmue is now in the PC version of Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed.
And that was something that was teased about a month or two ago. It was accidentally leaked,
right?
On a Humble Bundle stream. So
nice.
I'm glad they finally released him. He's $159, which isn't a bad price, especially if you get the Sonic bundle they have on Steam that has all this for like $49. Has
That's
like
cool.
Generations and
that whole
all that.
like every PC Sonic game or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the best deal on Steam, I think. So
Yeah.
it's not a bad price at all. And apparently he has a Shin 3 license plate on the outside.
Oh, that is so mean.
That's rude. It's either a tease or, as Thomas wrote here, it's either a tease or a middle finger. But
that's never happening. I'm sorry, but Shenmue 3 is never happening.
God.
I don't see that distastefully. I just say that because like I kind of don't want it to happen at this point. Not to go off on a tangent, but I think that whatever Shenmue 3 would be, it
would never live up to what we expect.
It won't live up to anything that anyone wants it to be at this point.
Aren't the Yakuza games like Shenmue?
Yeah.
They are and they aren't. Because they're a lot more streamlined, but it's also...
And the fighting is better.
Yeah.
The fighting is a million times better.
Yeah. Has everyone here played Shenmue?
Yeah. I don't think I played the whole thing, but I watched the movie that came with Shenmue 2 that got it all together.
Wow. Congratulations for making it through that. But,
that's the worst voice acting, I swear to God.
But no, I don't think they could ever recreate like that game is fun because it's like a very chill game when you're walking around just doing whatever you want to. I feel like if they did that now, unless they release it like digitally or something, that no one from the new generation of gamers that are coming up now would give two craps about that game. And I don't think it could sell based on just fan demand, unless they did some crazy Kickstarter thing.
I have to say I disagree with you, Scotty. There are a lot of just plain relaxing games that have made a crazy ton of money. Fez, that's a crazy game just about exploring.
True. There's not even enemies in that game.
Yeah. Has Osmos done well? That's a very chill game.
I haven't heard of that.
It was on. It's on Steam. It was part of the Humble Bundle pack that Stevie got me. Humble Bundy, yes.
Humble Bundy.
Oh, god damn it. But it's a very chill game, and I think it's done pretty well. Same with Machinarium. That was very
Machinarium.
I sit corrected.
So,
I mean, it all depends on the marketing. It all would rely on that.
And that's where Shenmue is probably going to die, because Sega sucks ass at marketing.
Yeah, we love you, Sega, but you released Nights into Dreams, a port of that on XBLA and PSN, and Sonic the Fighter. Or no, is it Sonic Adventure 2?
Sonic the Fighters.
No, it's Sonic the Fighters, too, as well.
God, Sonic the Fighters sold better than Nights into Dreams. Sonic the Fighters was an experimental arcade game, just throwing characters into the Virtua Fighter engine.
It was just a palette swap game, and it sold better than fucking Nights into Dreams, which I'm not good at Nights, but it's still... That's one of the most acclaimed games of all time. You didn't market it worth shit.
I love Nights. I want a third Nights game, but it's not going to happen because you threw it out the same day as a Sonic title. So, put out Sonic Generations 2 and set Shenmue 3 at the same time. That's what I feel would happen.
What would happen in Nights 3? Would you play as the alarm clock?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Competitive mode. I think if they threw together like some sort of co-op thing, it could be amazing, though.
I just want to say my favorite thing about Shenmue. I've only played a tiny bit.
Oh, no.
But there's a bit at the very beginning where I think you walk and like a kid throws you a ball or something and it just hits you in the head if you don't react fast enough. But I did that the first time and I laughed out loud. It's so good.
Wait, it hits you in the head or the kid in the head?
Oh no, it's the kid in the head, isn't it?
I think
can't
so.
remember at this point. But I do know what you're talking about. I just can't remember who gets hit.
And it happens in the first couple minutes of the game and it's great.
For some reason, one of the most favorite things in that game for me that shouldn't be hilarious is when you try to feed the cat and it doesn't let you. So it's like, are you hungry? Bleep, bleep. No, okay. And they just walk away while it's drowning in a box in the rain.
Oh, Lord.
Have you seen that? There's a YouTube video where, I don't know what it's called, but it's just a guy getting all the capsules just one after the other.
Maybe
completely wasting his money, and the description to it is "I must find my father." It's just a 10-minute video of this guy buying puzzles. It's great.
Yeah, that's so good. My roommate's first impression of that game, I was before the Dreamcast marathon. He walks into my room and I'm just buying capsules, and then I buy a Jet Cola for some old man, and he walks away like incredibly excited. And then my roommate just left the room. I'm like, this is a great game. It's not just buying Coke for old people. But yeah. So, and one other quick thing to mention is Company of Heroes 2 was free over the weekend. So when you hear this, it's not so you missed out, but it's cool that it was.
Saints Row 4 was as well. I even mentioned that in the post that I wrote.
It's
Sega, but Saints Row 4 is great.
Right. So yeah. So did you guys have anything else you want to mention about the news real quick? Otherwise, we'll jump into the main topic. No.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, you should plug your reviews. No, wait, we do that at the end. Never mind.
Yeah, this is why I'm running the show, Brett. Take a seat. Take a seat. Get back in your alleyway.
Oh,
yeah, we forgot his home.
Oh, I thought someone dropped a trash can in Brett's alleyway.
Well, this is a new section called Stevie's Art Corner. I couldn't find like a spare piece of paper, so I drew this on a Christmas card. As you can see, I'm 12 years old, so I put the front of it, instead of Deck the Halls, it now says Deck the Balls. and there are some testicles at the top of the tree. And inside, you weren't here for this, Alex, but it's a reference to Scotty from earlier. It is a picture of Scotty as a Ku Klux Klansman moving a Jewish person on a pike to bang a drum.
It just said drama.
And it's
that was the noise, right?
So that's you, Scotty. Banging.
Well, that one's not going up on the site.
And I also wrote, racism is bad. Merry Christmas.
Fucking hell.
Scotty, no.
Oh man.
So that was it. It was a more literal interpretation of today's events.
Yeah, we're not one mass of human beings this time or anything.
No.
We're not meat.
No, not me. It's just Scotty being an awful racist.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, listeners, viewers, if Scotty isn't saying racist things in this episode, it's because he edited them all out. Okay.
I'm just gonna edit that out too.
Be aware, you can't
can
censor
just-
me.
This is
Viewer
well,
beware,
thanks to a
you're
couple of
in
laws
for
that are
a-
passed recently with the internet, I could do whatever and then get censored myself. But that's another topic for another day.
Viewer beware, you're in for racism, actually.
So that was Stevie's Art Corner.
Yep. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yep. Cool. So, time for the main topic. We're gonna talk about Sega games or series that we would like to see turned into movies, because we see a lot of movies based off games that suck, and this is also the time of year in January where you start seeing trailers for all the crazy movies that are coming out this summer. So that's what kind of spurred it in my head to start talking about movies. So who would, and with this, I guess we could say we don't have to pick like just one game or just one series. We can talk about a couple if you guys have thought of like different ways they'd be portrayed or something like that. So who wants to kick it off? Who would like to go first?
I just want to, I don't want to like butt in, but I just want to say, because we were talking about it recently, it's funny, we were talking about Paprika because I thought like an anime of Nights into Dream that's kind of like Paprika would work.
Ooh, that would be
Dream
really
World.
cool.
Kind of a G-rated Paprika. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah, they could get
down with
really
the clown.
cerebral with it.
They could get what?
Really cerebral with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. There you go. There you go, whoever made Inception. Knights was way ahead of you. Or Sega Sonic Team was way ahead of you.
Yeah, screw you, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. Who would you get to play Knights, Stevie?
Johnny Depp, obviously.
Oh, no.
Good old John Depp.
A part of me wants to say Nicolas Cage. Or maybe Michael Cera.
Oh, no!
Or maybe Ellen Page. I think Ellen Page might
No,
work.
no. Michael Cera and Ellen Page are like the kids that follow Knights
Yeah,
around.
Clarice and Elliot.
Yeah. Okay, this is my cast is Ellen Page.
It's gonna turn into fucking Juno 2, Knights into Dream.
Holy shit! Like,
That is the
so
Juno cast. Michael Cera and
my idea
Pregnancy
for
Nights.
a Nights into Dreams movie is it's actually a sequel to Juno, where Michael Cera and Ellen Page go into dreams with the help of Nicolas Cage, who plays Knights.
It's Pregnancy Nights.
Pregnancy Nights, yeah.
Nick into Dreams.
Oh, God.
Juno into Dreams.
Nick into Juno.
Oh, no.
Oh, whoops! Didn't mean it like that.
Oh, no.
But if you think about the movie Juno, it implies that Ellen Page and Michael Cera have been doing it. So
I don't want to think about that movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man. We should have got Josh on to talk about Juno.
oh, he
loves that movie.
despises it. Oh,
Yeah.
I think
very
that's
much
That's how most of the problems in the world come about, because someone mentions Juno, he just goes on a rampage.
so. I mean, hey, it's how World War II started.
Yeah, because someone mentioned Juno to Josh, the person who hadn't been born yet.
Yep. He could hear it somehow through the
Hitler
fabric of
was
time.
filming Juno
Yeah.
too, and, you know.
Nice. Do you think of any others, Stevie?
I also thought of sort of like a Quentin Tarantino Grindhouse, almost like the version which they actually did of House of the Dead Overkill. You could make like a really cool, like knowing B movie out of that.
Right.
Yeah, damn sight better than the one that UA Bowl did.
I've watched that, and it's awful. Have you seen The House of the Dead by Uwe Boll?
Oh, yeah. I've seen his entire oeuvre.
Oh my god, don't tell me you've seen his entire filmography.
You've seen
pretty much.
Not Bayonetta, oh my god.
See all of them.
God damn.
I almost said Bayonetta. I thought I meant to say Blood Rain. You've even seen Blood Rain.
I've seen Blood Rain 1, but not 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
There was another?
Yeah. The third one takes place in World War II with Nazis.
And there's also...
Of course it does.
And
The second one is a Wild West.
Oh, logically.
And Uwe Boll also made a parody of the third one, where the only gimmick is it's just with fat people, and it's called Blubberella.
Yep.
What?
I think I've heard of that.
He's a tremendous filmmaker. He does so much stuff. It's crazy.
He's a tremendous something.
I guess he's a tremendous heir to money that somebody threw at him or he inherited, because how is he making these if they're clearly just shit?
It's a German tax loophole where
that's it.
the investors make money if the movie bombs. And
it's kind of
the
like
wrong
the
country.
producers.
Yeah.
Wow, I could be a millionaire in Germany.
Stevie, is that where you're moving after you're done with your degree?
Yeah, I'm moving to Germany to make awful movies. But that is the exact plot of The Producers, though.
Yeah, it is. But
That's awesome.
Postal is a good movie, if you've never seen it.
I've actually heard that.
Like, legitimately, it's good.
I thought I guess if we're talking about video game movies real quick, the only one that I've seen that I did really enjoy was the first Silent Hill movie.
Yeah, that one's alright.
Now,
I was watching Mortal Kombat yesterday.
Now that one's a very good one. I will always contend that Mortal Kombat is a very good movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright. I don't know if it's very good, but it's pretty good.
I love it.
It's entertaining. I'll give it that. Like some video game movies, it's honestly hard to even sit through.
Yeah.
Another one that's really entertaining came out at the same time, Street Fighter. Now that's not exactly like straight up good.
Oh no, I love Street Fighter because
I like Street Fighter too.
But for me, it was just a Tuesday.
Right?
That's a great line.
A fucking beast is Bison in that. It's amazing.
So good.
And like casting, and where is Jean-Claude Van Damme from? Like Austria? Casting,
yes.
wherever he's from.
Yeah, as the all-American Guile.
Yeah.
Brussels.
Yeah.
He's the muscles from Brussels.
Casting him as
that son of a bitch
guy.
Bison.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Oh, I love that movie though. I mean, I don't think it's like genuinely good like Mortal Kombat was, but it's very entertaining, and I'll watch that over any of the the newer fighting game movies any day. Like King of Fighters, terrible movie. The live-action Tekken movie, fucking awful on levels I could never describe.
Yeah.
Legend of Chun-Li. Oh my god.
That movie has one funny thing about it, and that is the movie's like kind of set in our universe, like it's very realistic, until halfway through where they just bring in fireballs and Street Fighter magic, and it makes no sense. I mean,
No. I just got remembered they're actually making a prequel to the live-action Tekken movie from 2010.
A prequel?
I've never wanted to bash my head against the wall so hard in my life just to forget that news.
That's insane.
Because God knows I'm going to get roped into watching it one day, and I'm going to hate myself the entire time.
I've seen every Resident Evil movie in theaters almost the day it's come out. I don't know. I don't know why.
You've seen everyone?
Every single one.
Nice.
I like the second.
They're up to 5.
Those are pretty fun, man.
They're fun movies. It's just like the fanboy in me thinks that maybe this time this one will be a good representation of the games. I have no idea why I think that. Yeah, it's still Wes Anderson being an idiot, but
I like the
not Wes Anderson. I'm sorry.
Paul Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
The guy who he's like keeping he's trying to keep Mila Jovovich as like his ultimate Mary Sue fan fiction fantasy or something.
Whatever.
Well,
That's
they're
just
married,
white.
so that's
Yeah.
why. That's how they.
And the only
Oh,
reason I hate her, I can't explain. I see her in anything else, and I just get filled with rage, even though it's not her fault that she's written the way she is. But it's just that
It's like
that correlation, I guess.
because of how bad she is in Resident Evil. Like
Yeah, they didn't need another character.
this is why I like the second movie a lot better than any of the others because it felt more like the games. Like you had like
Yeah,
Jill
the
and you
second
had
one
some
felt
of
like the
stars.
games. The first one started like the games,
And
and then the
you had,
third
like,
one I thought it like turned into an anime with mentally.
I saw
summoning
that one in
birds.
theaters, and I hated that. It was awful.
I saw that movie in theaters and forgot I was watching a Resident Evil movie halfway through.
Like the only good thing, well, I don't even like Allie Hillis. Not Allie Hillis. What's her name?
Allie Landry.
Yeah, her as Claire. She was
Yeah.
really bad as Claire.
How's
Yeah.
the 3D in those movies? Do you see them in 3D?
Mm-mm.
I can't remember if I saw it in 3D or not.
Must have
But
been
if I
really
did,
good.
that
then.
shows you. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I did, that shows you how impactful it was. So, Stevie, do you have any other ones that you thought of?
Those are the only ones really. Nights into Dreams, Paprika, and House of the Dead Overkill B movie.
Nice. Okay. That
Am I good
sounds
now,
to-
or
Are you good now? What do you,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You know how video game companies feel about pirates. You better turn that off.
Cat
quick.
pirates. Listeners, Brett's now a cat pirate.
yeah? Oh,
Search.
I
search.
am so in love with Sega. I mean, they
Well,
make me
it's-
really feel like a princess with their amazing games.
Oh my god, that doesn't even make sense.
I don't.
No, it
even-
doesn't. Not at all. Is that some abstract pun that I'm not following?
I
Made
don't.
you feel like a princess. You could have said they spoil me like a princess.
Yeah,
That's what I
it-
meant.
Nice. All right. Brett, do you want to talk about games or franchises from Sega that you want to see into movies, or do you want to just keep playing dress up?
Well, I don't. I'll just go ahead and go with the topic, I suppose.
Hope so.
I was thinking. At first, I was thinking, my God, why would I want to subject any of my favorites to Hollywood? But now I was thinking, there's a couple that actually would go well if they were like 3D CG movies, like kind of like how they like Namco did like Blood Vengeance and like Sega did Night of the Werehog and all that. Because Sega does make like fantastic
yeah.
CG scenes and everything. But I was thinking, like,
Yeah.
if you're not going to make a Resident Evil fake sequel game, do something with it as a movie. That, and at least like try to explain the story. Because one of my hangups with that game, like one of my only hangups with it, is that the story is not very well explained. Like even by the end, it's still very confusing. Like, okay, what the fuck just happened? What's going on? What was the point of any of that? Because they got the
Yeah.
characters very right, but the story itself was just kind of not greatly explained. So if they were to make like a 3D movie, bring back the characters, keep them like as we loved them and everything, but like do more to explain why we give a shit about like these cardinal dudes and all this, and explain why Leanne is treated like she is a lot better, that would be pretty great. I would be so
Yeah.
on board with that.
I mean,
That would make a lot of people happy.
Yeah,
the only
definitely.
problem I could see from that is if it was a movie franchise, they'd have to go from the first game, surely.
Yeah, well, they could like just do it as like little fan service thing. Like it wouldn't have to be like a wide theatrical release. or
yeah.
anything. Just do it like something like a little 1 hour, 90-minute, little special thing for the people who still support the series, even though it's never going to get any love ever again, outside of like little crossovers like Project Cross Zone and stuff like that. Just do something like
Right,
this.
right.
Say, hey, we appreciate your support, stuff like that. That would be cool. And I also think,
Yeah.
even though it kind of is a movie in a way now, Yakuza would probably make a pretty great movie. Like, I don't know if... Well, they did make that live-action one back around... Was it Yakuza 3 that they put out?
Really?
They had a live-action one. I can't remember when it came out. But I'd like to see something with, like, the newer characters, like Akiyama and Taiga and stuff like that. That would be really cool to see. Again, I feel like they could go either way on that one, live action or CG.
Right.
I would prefer CG because like live action it only works in rare cases, like the Ace Attorney movie. That was a very good example of a live action adaptation.
Didn't know that existed.
No, it's very.
Wow, I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, it's very
Takashi
good.
Miike directed that, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
And it was very good. I loved the living daylights out of that movie. So if they could get something that quality done with Yakuza, which I think they could, and like don't give it to Hollywood or anything, because we've seen what Hollywood does to Japanese franchises when it comes to their movies. We know what to expect with that. If they do it like over there, just release it like subtitled, just like they do the games, that'd be great. I'd be fine with that.
I agree.
I'm trying to think what else would be good.
Can I feel like I'm being such a dick, but I have this really great image in my head because you said CGI.
I hate all of you. I don't know who did that. All right, go, Stevie. You can talk now. I give you permission.
But something that would be awesome is a CG Sonic movie made by Pixar would be pretty great.
Oh, now that reminds me of the CG Sonic movie that came out last year. Did all of y'all see that? Like the fan-made one?
I had that queued up and I kept forgetting to watch it, but I do know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm not on my cell phone.
Well, it's like part CG, part live action, and they got Jaleel White to do it, and they like.
Oh,
Jesus.
they did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got.
Last I heard, they were like in talks with him. Why the hell isn't he at Summer Sonic? I'll jump on his plane with him.
I sent him an email seeing if he would do an interview for the website.
Oh,
He hasn't gotten back to me.
Hell yeah!
As
Jaleel,
usual,
you're not doing anything. Get on this site. I'm gonna edit that out. Jaleel, please let us interview you. That would be awesome.
It doesn't matter that Scotty's a racist. We'll
Damn it, Stevie! Damn it!
You blew our cover, you fucker! But like they did get him in there, and he was like, the way I see it, he was the only good thing about that movie. Him and like the overly bombastic Eggman, which was still really bad, but it was, cheesy.
I need to watch that. I really should.
They
the CG in that movie isn't that good. I mean, it's a fan project, so you can't knock it too much because it was also free. But
right, yeah.
Sonic looks weird, but what they did to Knuckles in the little stinger at the end.
Oh, I did see that much.
Yeah, like they gave him fingers. I'm like,
I saw that. That
kind
was
of
weird.
Fucking fan project.
That was all they showed. He
Knuckles'
like
fingers.
slowly went like this too, like.
Yeah, he did like the thing.
He does that, but you see it from behind. But
yeah.
And you're like, who could that be? Nobody has fingers.
yeah.
Must be a new character.
Oh God, no! Don't give him any ideas.
And then Cream the Rabbit flies in for no damn reason.
No.
Really?
No, she doesn't. I'm glad she kind of came and went.
Oh God, I took that the wrong way.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. She's like 8 years old.
But to be fair, Cream the Rabbit. Oh no, that's a joke done by someone else. Sorry.
No, yeah, Cream the Rabbit was like in in the original podcast, like first episode or something.
When
was
Jim
some sort of
Sterling
term.
was on the Sega Addicts podcast, he said that Cream the Rabbit sounds like a euphemism for masturbation, which it does.
Totally.
There you go, people. Continuity.
Yeah. I mean, there's Cream the Rabbit and Cheese the Chow.
Oh, oh my God.
I just got that.
I think I would rather Big the Cat than Cream the Rabbit. Where's my rim shot? There we go.
I mean, I would like to Knuckles the Echidna. So.
Oh.
I was about to say that.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, at least no one's bigging the cat.
No.
I would like to blaze the cat,
Ho!
That just sounds like you want a
That's
drug.
funny. Yeah.
I'm gonna blaze the cat, motherfucker.
Probably keep. Yeah.
Wait, I
Like
picked
the
the wrong
Amy
one.
Rose.
Fuck. Everything's gone wrong. I apologize, people.
We are definitely talking about movies still.
Fucking hell.
I think that's like the ultimate movie that would be a Sega movie is a Sonic one.
Yeah,
right?
why don't they do that? I mean, there's been so many cartoons. There was the anime sort of movie thing.
That was good.
And
I thought that was very good. The one was
I thought it was good. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but I liked it. But
it's the best animated Sonic I've seen. I
I'd
liked
say
it a lot
so.
better.
A really good representation, like next to like the Sega CD cutscenes or Sonic.
Yeah.
cutscenes.
Right.
I
I mean, I think
Sonic
in our
X.
lifetime we'll probably see a CG Mario Brothers movie, and we'll probably see a CG Sonic movie, which is
Yeah.
second on the
Sonic-
list at least.
But like Sonic was in Wreck-It Ralph, they had that whole thing where they like, hey Disney, we already have a relationship here. We put your character in our racing game.
Right.
How about
yeah,
you make a
exactly.
movie about our flagship character? And I think if
So
they got
cool.
Pixar or just plain old Disney in there, in on a CG Sonic movie, that would be dope as hell. They're the only people I would really trust with some sort of Sonic movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, are they gonna drop $200 million on something like that?
Yeah, if it was 20 years ago, in a heartbeat, but
Yeah.
I mean, well, if there wasn't the whole console wars and whatever, because that was a different thing. But so many different forms of media now bleed into each other that it would almost.
Now this isn't like
no
really
way it
movies.
would
kind
be
of see maybe a couple of years ago when they were still doing the whole tongue-in-cheek pop culture reference thing, DreamWorks taking on a Sonic movie and making it a lot like jokey and like, well, obviously it'd be jokey, but like really like broad pop culture references just because of the kind of character Sonic is. He kind of fits into that.
Yeah, he can be a smartass all the
Now,
time,
what-
so it would definitely go over. It could go into that, yeah.
Now this isn't really like a movie or anything, but on top of like Sonic cartoons and stuff like that, that Sonic Boom thing that got like teased for this year. What's everybody's take on that so far? Like the teaser.
I need to see it.
Let me grab the teaser image real quick.
That's a CG cartoon show.
Yeah,
TV
it's
show?
on.
Oh no, I know what that is.
Yeah,
Yes.
they to catch people up that didn't hear about it originally, it was supposed to only have Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. They had a kind of a screenshot that was just all of their shadows against a rock, and Knuckles was like fucking ripped.
Yeah,
he was like 5 inches taller than Sonic, and his arms were gigantic.
One
And
second, I'll pull up
he
that.
it looked like a Bluto compared to Popeye, how they were standing there.
Here
and,
it is.
yeah, there it is. Do a screen share real quick, Brett.
Yeah. I kind of closed it out.
Is Robotnik not going to be in it?
No, he's going to be in it, I believe, but they were saying that it was going to go for more of a goofy charm rather than it was going to be a comedy rather than
Yeah.
So
like this
Adventures
Saturday
of
morning.
Sonic.
Like
yeah.
Sonic
Hopefully
has
not
like
as slapstick as that, but
Tails is the only one that really looks like himself. Like Sonic's got like wilder spines.
Actually,
Knuckles-
the thing with Sonic there isn't far from how one artist draws him in the comics. Really, he has that like
Oh.
disheveled quill at one
It kind
point.
of reminds me of that CG one from that movie we were talking about earlier.
But Knuckles is huge, unless he's
Knuckles
wearing
is
a
fucking
'90s
built.
blazer with shoulder pads. There's no reason he should be like
No,
that.
he's got like a Letterman jacket, and he like beats up like.
Has he always had a tail also?
Yeah, he's always
No.
had a tail. It's just never really been that
I've never
prevalent.
noticed that.
It's always been like tiny.
It'd be
Tiny
great-
tail.
It'd be great if they
It definitely
really
looks like he's compensating for his tail.
It'd be great. It'd be great if they modeled him more like an echidna with his habits, and he was always like shoving ants and grapes into his mouth, just like beefing up all the time like that.
Now that was the thing they did in Generations, is they put like grapevines and stuff all around his area in Sky Sanctuary, because they'd always mention like an echidna.
Oh, in Generations, yeah.
Yeah. So they
I
might
think it's
do
bizarre
that.
what they've done with his character.
Yeah,
He
he
is-
wa-
Like, how is he portrayed in cartoons and stuff?
as a dumbass.
Knuckles? The only one I've seen, because I never watched Sonic X, but in the anime movie, he was kind of just like, hoo-hoo, what's going on, guys? I'm kind of an idiot, but I'll help you kick the shit out of somebody.
He was
I
a
thought he
much,
was like a rapper and stuff.
he was a much more exaggerated dumbass in Sonic X, because I got to
Wait, a rapper because he has dreadlocks? Racist!
No,
No,
he
because
has
there was
all-
that rap song about him.
all
Oh,
of
yeah,
his
he
For
does
stuff-
some reason,
Sonic-
Sonic Adventure tried to make him seem like a hip-hop fan.
Well,
No, they made him a rapper because
hip-hop
like
was the biz, so
because like in Sonic Adventure 2, all of his songs are like, "Yo, this is Knuckles, and we Pumpkin Hill. You ready to get the emeralds?"
Straight.
Oh my god, I love Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah,
It's
straight
gonna let
mustard.
it get
I
to
ain't gonna
me. I'm
chuckle.
just gonna creep.
Something about my knuckles. Blah, 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 blah,
It's
blah.
like, okay, guys, we
Down in
need to
Pumpkin
make
Hill,
this
we gotta
rap.
find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I sense it in my feet. I'm not gonna do a Stevie character.
Okay, guys, we're making this game. We want to do a rap song for Knuckles. What are words that rhyme with Knuckles? Chuckles. Okay, there we go. Put that, and we don't need to think of any more words.
Yeah.
License to print money?
Snuggles. Buckled. Arbuckle.
Struggles.
John Arbuckle? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
John Arbuckle. Fuck yeah.
Does he hate Mondays too?
Duckles? No.
I'll take Duckles.
Fuckles.
No.
Muggles from Harry Potter. Muggles.
Oh, now you owe money.
Oh, that's right.
The
Crap.
Inception. The Inception noise doesn't even make sense.
That's when there's a great idea or something epic is about to happen.
Nothing about this makes sense, guys.
Oh man. Weeble? No.
So anyway, like, what would be another game that they've made that would be even close to something that would work for a movie?
Actually, I was. Well, do you? Okay, so Stevie, you said yours. Brett, you said yours. Alex, do you have one in specific that you thought of, or?
I mean, not really directly from the company, but I played a lot of RoboCop vs. the Terminator on Genesis, and that would make a great movie.
Wasn't that a movie, or was it only a game ever?
I think it's based on a comic book.
Really? Okay. Because there's so
If that
many
was
like
a
there's.
movie, I would have
there's-
seen that 12 times already.
I was gonna say I can't remember because there's like Alien vs Predator, Freddy vs Jason, all this crossover crap, but I can't remember if they did.
Yeah, they've never crossed that over yet.
Wow,
But we'll see.
why?
I don't know.
I mean, they could do that now, and it's been so long. Even with or without the reboot coming, they could have still just thrown that out there now, and people would have seen it.
And do you know what would have happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or that.
I think
I'd be there day one.
fanfare.
I'd be there.
I think mostly the kitchen.
I would be too. I'd be in love with the property.
Damn it. All right. Well, I actually thought of a couple. The kind of a joking one, but at the same time amazing. Have any of you guys played the game? And it's based off a comic book, Dinosaurs for Hire.
No.
It is.
I am very confused by what you're talking about.
Damnation. All right. Let me try to find just simply a screenshot of the cover real quick, because you will agree that this needs to be made into a movie. Looking on the internet for the screenshot
I think I'm going to go with the more ghetto version of your special effects. So, whoa, what is this about?
Oh.
I looked away for a second, and that was probably a mistake. Error 1011. What the hell error is that?
Tyler?
I'm not sure. Oh crap. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to
references to a TV show, providing nobody here remembers.
Heroes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm not the
Yeah,
only.
you have
The first two series.
Yeah. But Dinosaurs for Hire was a it was a kind of Contra kind of deal where one hit you're dead sort of thing. All right, I'm gonna try to share my screen real quick, and hopefully we don't have craziness going on. Can you guys see that all right?
No clowning around, you guys.
See that Dinosaurs for Hire right there? So it's dinosaurs
Oh
with machine guns. You played as Triceratops, T-Rex, or Stegosaurus, and it
That
was
looks
just
so cool.
amazing. It's so much fun. I love that game.
Oh
And it's
my
crazy
fucking
hard
goodness.
too. But
I wonder if they
Yeah.
had a ROM for that.
it was on the Genesis, and it was a lot of fun. It was ridiculous, but I think that could be a fun, ridiculous action movie or a kids show at this point too. But That was my fake one, kind of. I think that it would be cool if like Pixar got a hold of Ristar and they made an animated Ristar movie. More so just for the. Have we all played Ristar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just think like just to see the environments like thrown in there, just be super colorful, like Up or.
That'd be like an
anything that they've
assault
done,
on the eyes if that was a full TV
You're
show.
making me really sad because that's never going to happen.
I know. They needed it. Ristar's like suddenly getting more fan demand just because he was in All-Star Racing at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
He was the flag waver though, wasn't he?
He was a flag
Yeah,
waver in
but it was
Transform,
completely by fan demand.
and he's in the Death Egg stage as well, in both
For
the
the-
first game and
Yeah. But two of my semi-serious ones is first I'll talk about one of them, whatever, I'll just say them. Panzer Dragoon I think would make a good movie no matter which game they
God,
picked.
yes.
I think it would probably look along the lines of like Final Fantasy Spirits Within, like super realistic CG, but not.
Except a better
what I mean?
plot. Please.
I never saw it. I don't even know, but I'm just using it visually to compare it to that. But I think that could be really cool, and I say that because Avatar was basically that and Ferngully combined.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that, seeing that movie, it was just like, oh my gosh. I think I only like it as much as I. In retrospect, it's okay, but when I saw it in the theaters, I was like, "This is Panzer Dragoon. Oh, this is amazing!" So I love the movie because of that. But I think that would be cool. But I really want this to happen, just because it never will. Did you guys ever play Fighters Megamix?
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Is that the one that has the Hornet from Daytona USA as a
Fuck yes.
fighter? Fuck yeah! I'm in on that.
I would love if they could somehow make that a movie, because you have a bunch of the I can't remember the name of the game other than Virtua Fighter. What is
Fighting
it?
Vipers?
Yeah, that's it. They had that. They had characters from Sonic the Fighters in there. They had the car from Daytona USA, the Hornet, punch with its
greatest
wheels. It
fighting
would like
game
get on
character
its
of all time.
back wheels and stand up. They had Janet from Virtua Cop 2 in there. It was just a mishmash of nonsense, and how they would pull that off as a movie, it just needs to happen. It'd be so stupid. It'd be great. I think anyway. I mean, look at Project Cross Zone.
Yeah.
If they turn that into a movie, it'd be pretty much the same kind of deal. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think a Fighters Megamix movie should happen?
I would be on board for that. It would be the most ridiculous thing in the world, and I would love that.
What about you, Stevie?
I've never played it, but I mean, if
Do
there's
you
a
know
fan
about
base
it
for
though, like of it or how it is?
no, explain it to me, sir.
Okay. It's the fighting Virtua Fighter engine, like the Arena Fighter kind of deal. But you have let me see if I can find a screenshot of the fighter select.
Dog!
What's that?
There's a dog.
Oh,
Alex, talk to
Alex, say something.
We want to see your dog.
Here he is.
Very dog.
When this guy comes up to me, that usually means I have to leave soon.
Oh.
Is that a
He's a
husky?
pretty-
What's his
Yeah.
name?
It's Tashao.
What's it mean?
I don't know. He's a rescue.
Oh, that's so cool.
Cool.
For the listeners listening to this only audibly, he has a cute dog.
A very cute dog.
All right, I'm gonna share the oops.
Hey.
The
Got knocked out.
who did I did?
No, I did.
Oh, okay. This is the screen select of Fighters Megamix Stevie. So you've got, you see Akira, you see Pi, and some Virtua Fighter guys, and you also see there's some sort of cactus dude in the bottom right. The 41 is the
from
Hornet
Sonic
car.
the Fighters?
I am not 100% sure, but Bean and Bark, the the green bird and the bear next to them, those are from
pretty much
Sonic
the
the
entire
Fighters.
Virtua Fighter cast.
So it's amazing and
There
so
would be
dumb
too many
looking.
licenses involved in that to be a movie.
Well, but they'd
Well,
all
the
be
cool-
Sega licenses.
Yeah, it wouldn't
I guess.
have to go to like Namco and Capcom. You wouldn't have to go through all the craziness that they like Disney had to go through for Wreck-It Ralph. You just
Right.
have to go, hey Sega, we want all of your characters available for this. Let us do it. And it's simple as that.
Do it. Do it.
Please God do it.
So what did we come up with? What are the movies that we want most now? We want to get Nights into Dreams, Nights Inception with Nicolas Cage.
And Michael Cera.
Yeah,
Nights into Juno.
Yeah, Knights Paprika.
Nick and the Juno.
with Juno.
Oh my gosh.
Resonance of Fate.
Right, Resonance of Fate.
RoboCop versus the Terminator.
RoboCop versus the Terminator. Cash Money.
Make it rain, brother. Make it rain.
My top three were Panzer Dragoon, Ristar, and Fighters Mega Mix. I could see the most likely one happening to be Panzer Dragoon, maybe as an anime first. Or actually, there was a Panzer Dragoon anime movie. I forgot about that.
I think the most likely one is a CG Sonic movie made, not made by Pixar, but made by some smaller company or something.
Pixar is the best possible scenario.
What was the company's name that does those CG movies, though? Because it's a separate, like...
For Sega, let me see.
It's a separate group that does it, but...
Oh,
they
no,
have
I know.
amazing, like... Even the Sonic Generations cutscenes, the old school Sonic didn't even say anything, but it was still awesome. And was the other
Might
one
have
that
been
did really well?
Blur Studios that made that stuff.
That sounds familiar.
They do a lot of really crazy shit.
And the Sonic Colors cutscenes were awesome. I mean, it was kind of like Saturday morning cartoon-esque, like for kids.
Yeah.
Well done. It was entertaining.
It says created. I'm looking at the Night of the Werewolf stats. It says created by Sonic Team CG movie team. So it was basically done in-house by Sonic Team.
Didn't know that.
And like, if you get them at their best, and you get the same writers you had for like Generations and Colors,
Yeah.
like those guys, you've got a winner on your hands. Just don't do anything stupid like 06 levels of unneeded drama and stuff like that. Just give us something fun and lighthearted. And
No bestiality.
no bestiality, no princesses, no Siblis triggers or flames of disaster.
There's a really cheesy quote from Sonic 06 that I love, totally ironically, which is, I think Sonic says it to Elise, which is like, you can run because your heart says something or something like that.
If you have time to worry, then run. Is that it?
Wait, that just means run from your problems.
Yeah. It's bad how much I remember from that game. I'm sorry.
Making me kind of want to play it because I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
live stream that at some point. I guarantee it.
Oh, it's really no use.
Oh, fuck you. I'm the only guy who likes silver, and even I'm like, oh, fuck that.
You mean Trunks?
Yeah, Trunks the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Oh man.
Trunks the Briefs Hog.
Cool. So that's Sega franchises and games that we think should be made into movies. So Sega, feel free to contact us for our ideas. Stevie, you're a writer, so you should get on that. I have a camera on my phone that we could use.
Steve,
and
you're friends with like some television people, aren't you? You met them at a party?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? That sounded like it worked out from your story.
I could get a C300 camera and do something like that, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but 300's a big number, so let's do it.
I thought you were talking about Chrysler for a second. So.
C300's a good camera. You can make movies with that.
Yeah.
You can do things and stuff with it.
Is that what the Amazon description is?
Yeah, right.
Although,
sorry, Brett.
What?
with something of our budget, we'd end up having to make like a Paranormal Activity like movie with a shaky camera on an iPhone. Like, whoa, Sonic, whoa.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Paranormal Activity.
You could totally do that if we made Turn Condemned into a movie, though. Use the
that actually, that is a good idea because Condemned totally works with the found footage idea.
I thought about that, but at the same time, I thought like there's so many movies that are basically what I feel like a Condemned movie should be, you know? Or if you just put together like Hostel, Silent Hill, Saw, all that nonsense.
That would be a really cool idea, though, if you mixed, obviously not the paranormal elements, but Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch Project with Condemned or something.
Yeah, Blair Normal Activity. Yeah, good stuff. But I think we'll close it up there. I don't really. I think we could honestly go on forever with this topic. I think just because
It's something we
there's
could come
so
back
many.
to in a later episode as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think what I do want to say is, listeners and viewers, feel free to tell us what movies you think, or what games you think should be made into movies, or if you think we're absolutely insane to try to come up with some of this stuff, or if you want to start the petition and/or Kickstarter for a Fighters Mega Mix movie. So, yeah. With
Just
that in
send all
mind,
your money to me. I
yeah.
guarantee it'll go towards a movie. Probably a movie I'm buying, but
Yeah, right. It'll go towards my next trip to the video section.
I mean, I can say it would work on a movie, but all that money would probably just lead me to a life of cocaine and heroin. So, unless you want a really heroin-induced Sonic movie, that ain't gonna happen.
no, we've already had that. I'm pretty sure it was called Sonic Underground. Wasn't really a movie, but
They never found their mother. They never found their mother. What a sad ending to a series.
Stevie, we need to do another commentary to that show.
Oh my god. Videos are worth it alone.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah, we'll jump into the plugs now and our sign-offs and everything. And screen wipe, transitions, fancy stuff, Scott. Okay.
That's
That
the
wasn't a joke.
transition thing.
Unless my editing is a joke, which it is. But so
I'm just giving you cutoff points, man.
yeah, thank you. So with us today we had wow, sorry, brain fart.
That's not my name.
Oh my gosh. Well, actually,
that's what they called me in high school, but you know.
oh my gosh. Okay, so we had owner of the site, Brett Hatfield.
Hello. You can find me at Tumblr and Twitter at Suzaku Rainmaker. I should probably spell that out. It's SUZAKURAINMAKEER. Because that's kind of a long name, and I probably just made it way too fucking complicated. But yeah, you can find me there. And that's about all. That's about the only place you can find me. You can add me on PSN if you want to play me at like BlazBlue or something at Psy Avenger as well.
Cool.
You might lose. He plays that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed.
Just a bit. Alex, do you have something to plug, or does your dog?
Yeah. He wants to go for a walk. That's
Nice.
about it. No, I don't have anything to plug. Just read the site.
Yeah, do it up. Stevie, what would you like to plug today?
The Stevie Grant on Twitter and the Sega Addicts Kids Table.podbean.com. The final episode of the Sega Addicts Kids Table is coming soon. I've just been a little bit busy editing it. And you can find episodes of this Sega Addicts After Hours on there.
Right.
For now, until this is up to 5 episodes and we can go through all the arduous iTunes stuff.
Yay, can't wait. Cool. Anything else? You doing any reviews lately for Press Pause or anything?
Oh, actually, yeah, I've done 2 reviews for Press Pause Radio. One is for Forced, which I think I plugged, and another is for Payday 2: The Heist.
Cool. Awesome. And I'm not going to set my drink there because it'll fall right off. And I've been your host, ScottyMo. We just had a review for the Sega 3D Classics that were put on 3DS, so check that out, please. It was fun playing those. I'm working on my review for Doki Doki Universe still. I have no excuse for why that's not out yet. I'm just slacking, I guess. And we've got some other reviews coming up for Sonic 2 on the iOS by Alex, and we've also got reviews for Rhythm Thief on iOS coming up, and Sonic Transformed on iOS. Holy cow, lots of iOS games.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, and you can find me on Twitter. I'm Scotty Mofo Show. You can find my band on the internet. We are Wine and Spirit. On Twitter, we're Wine and Spirit or Wine Spirit PGH. Search for us. You can find all of our Twitters though on the main site for Sega Addicts on the right side, where the addicts be tweeting. And what else do I do? Oh yeah, YouTube. I unbox things like a ridiculous person. on there. If you just search for ScottyMo unboxings, you'll find some crazy stuff. And I think that's all that I do that I can think of right now. Yeah, we'll go with that. So thanks for listening and watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Later on, everybody say bye.
Bye. It's no use.
What the crap? What is going on? Brett's gone pixelated. Inception sounds and thing.
God. Yeah, that should be how this episode ends.
It's a supersonic flight, gotta keep it going.
Actually, this video is on the Vine and the Twitter. Do you ever go to arcades and you see like the 8 lines, or the 8 Daytona USA? They had 8 things set up of the game.
I actually have a picture of that in my Sydney folder because Luna Park had one of those.
Yeah, you don't see it too often, especially of Daytona USA, but they have that this place is called Dave & Buster's. It's a big arcade and it has a bar and like a restaurant with it and stuff.
Right.
But when we were getting ready to leave and there weren't too many people in there, I demanded that my friend film me yelling Daytona and running past all of them. Like the theme song, you know how it's like Daytona. I introduced that to my roommates and they think it's hilarious. I'm like, this is hilariously awesome, you mean?